iTunes, YouTube, Podbeam. We also have an email address that you can hit us up at to contact us. Let us know what you think, your thoughts, concerns, questions with the email, Wally.
change.da.game6@gmail.com.
That's an improvement over last week.
You damn skip because I've been practicing.
Say it again then. Go ahead.
change.da.game6@gmail.com.
What's the email, Fish? We going to ask everybody.
Change.da.game6 Final 7 Game MVP
Final Fantasy.
and Gmail Black Planet AOL.
Black Planet, damn.
Took it way back. You can get them free minutes coming in the mail if you need to.
Does that still happen?
Somebody using them.
Somebody. Anyway, man, please hit us up. We definitely love the feedback. Y'all gonna hear some of the feedback we got so far. It's very, very interesting to say the least. But anyway, we talking NBA playoffs now, man. We changing gears from boxing. And last night, man, I was impressed with the Boston Celtics. We also, since last show, didn't get a chance to touch on the Mavericks being put out the playoffs. It was somebody here that said Oklahoma's going to win the series. You know, I'm predicting it. Also, it's 7 games, you know, that Dallas is going to take San Antonio. None of that happened, man. Are we as good as we say we are? And I didn't say none of these things.
I said Denver, actually.
I'm talking about Will. I wasn't talking about you, though.
Oh, I thought you were trying to call me out.
See, he got a conscience. Well, he was wrong about Denver as well. He said that was going 7. So right now we're wrong in this joint. But hey, this is a good show. Hit us up at email. What's the email address, Fish?
Change.da.game6 gmail dot.
All right, since you did such a good job, man, go ahead. Let's hear your NBA thoughts.
For me, the Mavericks, I mean, should that come in shocking?
For me?
I mean, we talking about the Mavericks here. I mean, it should have been shocking that they got about the playoffs. I mean, Dirk, he did his thing, but at the same time,
they lost to the senior
they lost.
citizens.
It should never come as a shock when they're in the playoffs.
Your team is as strong as your leader. Dirk is your leader. That's what happened.
Will T said it last show. Are you piggybacking again, dog?
No more piggybacking. I'm saying basically, I mean, we seen it with the Golden State Warriors and whatnot when they took him out a couple years ago. So, I mean, Dirk is.
But this is a different team. We talking Caron Butler, who brought an added dimension to the team. He could shoot.
He brought a toughness to the team, but he didn't bring a necessary personality change.
He spread the floor out. J.J. Barea, I like him off the bench. Who was the backup point guard back then? Do y'all remember?
It was Jason Terry.
Jason Terry?
He was backup. Who was starter then? It wasn't Kidd. They didn't have Kidd when they lost to Golden State.
When they got to Golden State a couple years ago?
Yeah, who was the point guard? He was a
Jason Terry. No, it was Jason Terry and Devin Harris.
Okay, well, no, I like Devin Harris. Okay, well, I'm wrong now. So, what you got to say, Will?
Basically, the Mavericks will always be choking dogs as long as Dirk Nowitzki is their superstar.
Always
player.
is a strong word.
It's
you always make
always.
definitive statements.
Always, because I'm a defender. I know what I like, and I'm.
You don't know what you want to say right now.
I'm a man that speaks his mind. They will always be choking dogs
your mind, Will.
as long as Dirk Nowitzki is their leader.
Well, he might not resign.
Teams take on the personality of their leader. You look at teams that win championships like the Bulls with Jordan. You think about the Spurs with.
Jordan comment.
You think about the Spurs with Duncan. You think about the Lakers with Kobe. They all took on an aggressive personality, and their leaders had.
Duncan is aggressive.
He's a quiet, confident guy. He has an aggressive personality.
Absolutely.
When he's on the court.
All right,
I think their owner brings him bad karma. I think Mark Cuban need to shut the hell up sometimes, because he should know he's not the biggest thing in Dallas. So just play second fiddle and just play your position.
That's not going to happen today.
But at the same time, what we need is talking about LeBron's MVP.
Then Ray, you said something about Dirk Nowitzki might not be coming back to Dallas.
Well, he's a free agent. Am I right?
Yeah.
So right now he said he's undecided. I mean, it's a chance that he may not come back. He may want to go sign in New York with LeBron. Who knows? To get a ring, because he might not be, like y'all said, that lead player that Dallas wants him to be. So if he's playing starter LeBron, I mean, can you imagine him and LeBron being on the same team? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if it would, nobody is even talking about him. Everybody's talking about Chris Bosh, D Wade, who they were also eliminated last week, but that was a boring series. But yeah, we're gonna talk about LeBron being MVP. Which was interesting. We're going to get to their playoff game as well. But he did an interview with Magic Johnson over the weekend, not just with Magic Johnson, but him and Magic Johnson, when they were talking, Magic said that LeBron is the best player and that, Dr. J passed it on to him and Larry and him passed it on to MJ. MJ passed it on to Shaq and Kobe, and now to him. I heard an interesting thought of one person I won't name on the air, but this individual said that Magic did that just to motivate Kobe. He didn't do that to really tell LeBron he was the best player. But LeBron seemed humble when Magic said that. But what y'all think about him getting MVP? It was deserving to me. I mean, it was hands down.
I don't know about hands down, because to me, I think Kevin Durant could have got more votes than what he got.
Exactly, I agree with you, Fish.
But also, I think that LeBron's status is always going to put him in a MVP race every year.
How can you not give it to a walking triple-double?
Did he average?
No.
Basically a walking triple-double.
And Magic said something about that too.
He's basically a walking triple-double. If you round him up, he's almost a walking triple.
No, he is the MVP though, because Durant. I like Durant. If you take Durant off that team, Durant was injured. I don't have the stat with me, but he was injured. And they're just a young, exciting team. I mean, they play hard every night, regardless. But to me, Cleveland lacks swagger without LeBron. They lack, everything. He set out the end of the season. Mo Williams did step up. I will say that, but I think they finished 1-3 in the 4 games he set out. Go ahead, y'all.
I mean, if you think about for LeBron, he doesn't know he plays defense too. KD's D is not even there yet.
I mean,
KD can be that.
We're not saying that LeBron didn't deserve it. We're just saying that, me personally, I think that Kevin Durant deserved a little bit more recognition for the season that he had. I'm not saying LeBron didn't deserve it. I'm just saying KD, he deserved more votes than what he got. I mean, you really can't. I mean, he went through a stretch where he was putting up 20-point games for like a couple months every night. But at the same time, I think LeBron, he's reached that status of he pretty much, if he wanted to, he can get MVP every year.
Also, what's going to hurt KD is he plays in Oklahoma City. Yeah. Who the hell watches games in Oklahoma City?
Who the hell watches games in Cleveland for real?
It's nothing but factories.
I got Ray Cash's CD. I mean, it's something more than Cleveland.
Bone Thugs and Harmony? East 99, we had that.
Craig Elo was like their superstar back then.
Mark Price, actually.
Actually, we know that, but you know what I mean.
Have y'all seen Brad Daugherty's NASCAR team? Are you serious?
He's on Showtime now doing NASCAR.
They had Larry Nance. Larry Nance was like 70 playing with them.
John Hot Rod Williams.
Hot Rod, I liked him, but he played for the Bullets, matter of fact.
Man, you had Mark Price, had everybody.
I know, and we had Brent Price here in the D.C. area.
Was that a good thing when y'all always get the little brother? Is that really a good thing here? Y'all had Harvey. He couldn't deliver like Horace.
All Washington teams. We had Byron Leftwich.
Hey, look, but I mean, let's not get too far off track. LeBron deservingly was MVP. We don't know necessarily on this set here if it was hands down, but like Mark Jackson says, hand down, man down, baby. I don't know what that means. And he also last night said, "Yeah, what was that about?" Anyway, man, we got to blow up. They got some bad people in media right now. Why are we sitting here, but we are blowing up, man. Again, y'all can reach us in many different levels right now. But we're going to move on. I do want to take a quick side note because I'm looking at our production notes. And right now, we're supposed to be talking about LeBron's supporting cast.
That's his brother.
Who is LeBron?
That's his brother or his cousin.
LeBron?
That's his third
That's
cousin.
the dude that tried to bomb New York City over there. He was from the LeBron culture. Anyway, LeBron, they lost by, 18 last night?
Yeah.
I watched the entire game. I'm sure y'all watched it. That was the early game. We getting old. We falling asleep. But I watched the whole game, and I think the Celtics defense was stifling last night. I really do. And LeBron, I mean, he might be favoring that on, but I feel like once they realized the game was out of reach, he wanted to use that kind of as a crutch. And then Mo Williams didn't show up last night. I think he was about 1 for 9 from the floor. I also think it's a coaching error too. J.J. Hickson needs he needs to get more playing time. He came in, he played pretty hard. He's always going to play hard because he's hungry, What do y'all think?
I think where was Shaq at? I mean, Shaq's supposed to be his sidekick. Where was Shaq at last night? I mean, the thing about Cleveland, his teammates need to realize that LeBron, he is Superman, but guess what? Superman needs some other people to step up sometimes too. And I think that's when you need to see Mo Williams, Delonte West, and Shaq actually, and Jameson, where was he at?
He played good.
Jameson actually played a decent game with 16 points, but you look at Shaq, 9 points, and Mo Williams, 4 points.
Yeah, that can't cut it right there.
I mean, I got 2 points last night. You couldn't get more than me? I mean, seriously.
But if you think, about the game, it was a bunch of mismatches out there. You had Jameson on Kevin Garnett. That just wasn't gonna fly. They just lobbed it over the top, and Garnett had like about I can't recall, but I think it's about like 10 points off that alone. Boston is a championship team. You gotta remember that KG was out last year, so basically they gave the Lakers the championship. They didn't really have to play a formidable opponent. Boston is still a championship team. Regardless of people say they're old or whatnot.
They're seasoned
still
playoff
a
team.
Championship team. Ray Allen's